Vast Difference is back. This podcast is a show where two brothers debate incredibly stupid things back and forth, face to face, and even sometimes we throw hands like Mike Tyson and Anne Frank. The winner of this fight will only be crowned once we read the results of the poll that you voted on our Instagram page. Okay? I am the host, Austin Fay. Alright? The man to my right is the creator and host of 1722 and Vast Difference, Blake Fay.
That's me.
Got anything else to say? Is that all you want for your intro?
Yeah, hell yeah.
There we go. That's how you do it.
Then I guess I will introduce the guy to my right.
There you go.
My good friend, good pal, the moderator, the sound engineer, Tyus Husky.
The jack of all trades, want to know Vast Difference. You know what I'm saying.
He wears all the hats.
Let's go.
The jack of all trades. This episode is a little one of a difference. Alright? We are doing best TV dads, best TV fathers. Alright? You may not have a father in your life, but you can look to these people, and they were your dad. We've all been there.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Yes, sir.
For real.
James
You're the
Avery.
only father that I ever knew.
Keep going. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So people can relate.
Alright. James Avery, a.k.a. Uncle Phil from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, versus Ty Burrell, a.k.a. Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. Okay?
That's right.
This is the 90s versus the 2000s. Oh, 2010s, actually.
Right.
And honestly, it's kind of different because I was born in 97, so Fresh Prince was already fucking off. And Blake was a child in the 90s, but he doesn't say Fresh Prince. He's taking Phil. So let him know in the comments how much you want to just screw him over right now.
That's right.
But I'm taking Uncle Phil. All right.
I'm standing by my man, Phil Dunphy.
The GOAT is Uncle Phil. All right. There's no doubt about that. And I would assume a lot of people think so. Fresh Prince, if you didn't know, it's Will Smith. It's a fucking comedy of the 90s. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You gotta know the theme song, which, let's get that out in the open. We're not doing theme song first theme song. It's not even fair.
You can't.
Fresh Prince is up here, and then Modern Family is like all the way down for theme song.
Modern Family is music and them saying hey over and over.
Hey!
Where Fresh Prince is like a full-on theme song, so you can't really...
Giving you a synopsis.
Yeah.
Even if you never watched it before, if you just pay attention to the lyrics, you can get a general idea
exactly.
of what you're going into.
Exactly.
Right.
It's only, 30 seconds, and you know everything.
Yeah.
Modern Family,
says
it doesn't tell
exactly
you
what you're
shit.
watching. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, Modern Family doesn't try to. They're just... Well, they have like the quickest intro. It's like, let's show the characters, and then it says Modern Family, and then we're in the episode now.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really like a theme song. Like
I ain't mad at that.
It doesn't even show like their names until after the theme song.
It's while they're talking, then it shows their names.
Right.
Well, that's just the difference in like the 90s, early 2000s compared to the late 2000s. Because like The Office had a theme song, but then pretty much everything after that really didn't. Like It's Always Sunny doesn't have a theme song. Well, Seinfeld doesn't, actually.
Yeah, no.
That's just more like background music that plays while he's doing
it's just
stand-up.
the greatest bass riff anyone's ever created.
Yeah. So it is kind of, there is a lot of differences, obviously not just because it's, 20 fucking years apart or whatever.
Right.
But in that era, it was just like, all right, we're playing the title.
I just feel like we should move this closer. It's kind of far away.
Yeah, let's do it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's definitely better.
You believe in miracles. It was just like the song and then the title. That was it. It was like 10 seconds probably.
Yeah.
Like even like Superstore, right? Most of those are just like that. But like the 90s, pretty much every single theme song that you watch is a full-on song that pretty much rocks. Let's be honest.
Right. But there's also something that's nice about a show like Modern Family, where it's like, let's get to the show.
So
like,
you just want to bypass, like Tyus said, all the story?
Okay.
The story and the theme song is great.
I'm not here to debate theme songs.
We are here for the dads.
But here is what I will say, as far as the theme song goes.
Yeah.
I've heard it enough. I've heard it a million fucking times. It's not like when I watch Fresh Prince that I'm not hitting the skip intro button. I know it. Mm-hmm. I know where he was raised. And I know where he spent most of his days. Yeah. So I don't need to hear it anymore. I'm good. But with Modern Family, it's like, yeah, we're not trying to sell you anything. Let the character development, the story, let that be what brings you in. We don't need rapping. We don't need spinning in a chair.
But
we just need our family in a frame.
You know what? Imagine this. I bet if Uncle Phil was in the chair, though, and he's spinning up for the intro. Come on, that would have been killer.
Oh yeah,
that would have been the best fucking thing around. But yeah, TV dads. Sorry, I digress. But let's be honest, we all kind of knew that was going to happen.
Okay.
But he is the complete stereotype of a good father. Like, he plays around, he jokes, but when time comes, time fucking comes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? He lays the hammer down.
And it can be in a flash.
In a flash. He can go from, like, Vivian! And then all of a sudden be like, oh, yes. Like, it's the craziest fucking thing. But you love him. He's a lovable bear.
Very intimidating voice, for sure.
I mean, yay. James Avery was Shredder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, shout out Uncle Phil. If you don't know he was Shredder, I mean, come on. Like, that's fucking sick, right?
His voice was even deeper.
Yeah.
The voice still sends chills down my spine.
I can't even go that low. I wish. James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
When he does have the lovable moments, right? Like when Carlton's like sucking up to him or whatever, and like he's like, "Oh, thank you, that's very nice." That's all. Like, shit, Uncle Phil, what the hell? But obviously, you got him for that emotional side, right? You got him there for the parts when the kids fuck up. He's not hammering on them. He's like, "I understand. I was there once." Like, we watched the first episodes of Fresh Prince and Modern Family last night to,
well,
parallel.
For the people that may have not have seen it,
yeah,
you jump into Uncle Phil, like who he is,
the
story,
and
then let me tell who Phil is, and then we'll get into the story.
Sorry, my bad. So, Fresh Prince enters. No, joking. Uncle Phil is a judge, and his wife. Hold on.
Too far. I think.
Hold on. It's gonna be quick. His wife, has a nephew who wants to come from West Philadelphia, right? And he's poor, right? He's poor. So Uncle Phil is like, let him come with me. I'm rich. I got a big house, right? I'm a lovable bear. So Will moves in. They have their fucking debacles. They're, the wah, 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 back and forth. But he always loves him and always welcomes him, keeps the house warm, right? They got 3 other kids, but there's always a difference between Uncle Phil and Will. There's that slight difference where it's like, I feel like I love you more than my own kids. And that's a good dad right there.
But also hate you.
That is true. He does hate Will. Let's be honest.
Okay. So Phil Dunphy, he has 3 children. He has a wife, 3 children.
I see a parallel.
Grandchildren as well. And you forgot also Uncle Phil goes on to have a 4th child, actually.
Oh, Nikki. Oh, shit.
So.
Shout out Fudgy Whale.
Great episode.
Yeah.
But Phil Dunphy is, to me, the true epitome of a great dad. From episode 1, because Austin and I just watched the pilot of both episodes back to back.
Yeah.
To prepare for tonight's episode. Okay?
And let's say this, we've watched both series.
Over and over and over.
Yeah, it's not like we just have seen it once or we just
But I wanted to go in with fresh ears and eyes.
Yeah.
And we can agree that on the pilot episode, Phil Dunphy comes in way stronger as a dad than Uncle Phil does.
Yeah,
a good
But
dad.
Uncle Phil's the disciplinarian.
Yeah, but he also is like, hey, man, stop trying to be ashamed of Will. He's just trying to live his life. He's trying to be himself. He's trying to express himself.
But dude,
and you're keeping him down, keeping that thumb on him.
Phil, your Phil, literally shoots his child in the first episode with an airsoft gun.
He had to learn. That was the deal.
Oh my god.
And he didn't want to. And when he did shoot him, it was on accident. He didn't mean to shoot him.
Yeah, okay, exactly. You
because
really believe that?
Before the gun went off, he says, I'm sorry, I can't do it. He goes to set the gun down, and while he's talking to him, he's like, yeah, I just, whatever. And then the gun comes up, he shoots Luke. Doesn't mean to.
Yeah, he shoots him in the
arm.
arm.
It's an accident.
I don't think it was an accident, because Phil's malicious.
I'm saying Uncle Phil gets a chubby every single time he goes off on one of the kids. He loves it. Every single episode, there's a part of him, it's like, okay, I get it. You're trying to, structure and rules and whatnot, but also, let the kids have fun once in a while. He's got Ashley listening to Care Bears.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's afraid of what she'll listen to.
But again, he's just trying to take care of his kid.
That's
and by the way, she was fucking 10. Yeah. So,
too old.
Care Bears. Yeah, that's obviously, come on, you're 4.
Okay, at that time, she can't listen to Janet Jackson. Whitney Houston.
No, that's too sexual.
What the other kids
they have cleavage.
Yeah, Uncle but imagine Ashley's going to school. She's sitting there with the other kids, and they're talking about what's popular.
No.
And she's like, I only listen to the Care Bears. That's not a good dad.
But Uncle Phil doesn't want Ashley to look at cleavage, want her to be like, oh, that's what I'm going to start dressing as. That's what happened to Hillary. He couldn't protect Hillary because he was always busy with law school, being a judge, trying to provide for his family. And look how Hillary turned out. Right.
And then Carlton's too far.
Too far, exactly.
Ashley is the middle of the road.
Yeah, she's the half.
She also, we can all agree, becomes a dime piece in the last season, right?
Yeah. Alila Ali, right? Or something like that. Or I can't remember what's her name. Shout out Ashley from Fresh Prince if you don't know.
Yeah, I think it was like a
put her name up though, so people know at home.
Yeah,
so they know.
Yeah, we'll put it up.
Yeah, but yeah, she gets hot in like season 5 to 6. God damn,
man,
Jesus. And I was like 3 at the time, so don't call me anything.
She's way older than me. I can say it.
Oh yeah, I forgot she's in her 40s.
Yeah.
So yeah, who gives a fuck? But also at the end of the episode, okay, because you said the Phil shooting. Uncle Phil has one of the best speeches in television history. Okay? Mm-hmm. When Will ruins the dinner and he's like, you need to be formal and all that. And he's like, man, I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to be me. I like to have fun. Right? I like to have fun, Uncle Phil. And then he's like, he's talking about your heroes. And then Uncle Phil goes, your heroes? You read about Malcolm X. And then he looks at Will. He's like, I heard the brother speak. Yeah. That fucking chills my bones every time he says it. I heard the brother speak. I'm like, damn! Like God, Uncle
every time
Phil,
I see it, I'm like a little bit too dramatic for a sitcom. I feel like,
especially the pilot. But I'm fucking with it.
My first time ever seen it on a soundbar, though, it was rattling the whole trailer.
G5 tornado outside. But like after that, Will's like, man, I fucked up, man. Like, what the hell am I gonna do? Uncle Phil just railed me. And he starts playing the thing on the piano. And then Uncle Phil looks at him. He's like, oh. And then he realizes this kid, he's not just trash. Right. He's classy.
The speech he just gave him
changed his fucking...
Right.
Yeah.
Will playing that Beethoven all of a sudden changed Uncle Phil's mind. It is a beautiful moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, the power of music. I get it. All right? But Uncle Phil, this is so confusing. Phil Dunphy.
Okay, let's just end this here. Just say Dunphy. I'll say Uncle Phil, you say Dunphy.
Alright, cool. So Dunphy, feels weird. He is a great dad.
Sounds like you got a beef to pick with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dunphy? Yeah. Yo, what up, Dunphy?
Listen, Dunphy.
McFly! Yeah.
Why don't you make like a tree and go?
Shout out Back to the Future. So good. But yeah, sorry, you go. My bad.
So he can on a consistent level. Now there is times where it's like, okay, Phil, you or Dunphy, you should step up a little bit. Like, you do have to lay down the laws sometimes. But then also, as the kids grow older, them seeing how much they disappoint him and letting him down, or not showing up to things, like him being as passionate as he is, and them not doing things for him, causes them. Like, that's its own punishment. Because that's how good of a dad he is. It takes them having to realize, like, oh, I'm the asshole.
Just guilt.
Right.
He's making...
Yeah, but he's not displaying that guilt. He's just living his life. He's doing his thing.
Oh, come on.
But the kids realize that they're the problem.
You shouldn't be putting your white guilt on these children, okay?
The whole family's white.
Exactly, but he's doing an extra. Remember the episode where it's just left to his devices at the house?
Yeah.
Okay? And what happens? The kids don't eat. They don't bathe. Okay? And that's because he forces them to clean the house, clean his car. When the mom gets home, she's like, Phil, what? Why haven't the kids ate? They're like, I'm so hungry. Dad made us wash our car.
But that was after an entire day.
That's what I'm saying.
Of him being like, okay, you guys need to clean your room. You need to do this. And he's trying to be the nice guy and goof around because he doesn't like
exactly.
It. And then they cause him to snap. And then when he does, it's taking it too far. It's the same exact thing you do.
No, it's me as a father. That's for sure. But that's why I don't like Phil Dunphy. I don't like things that aren't me, And that's the reflection there.
Okay. Uncle Phil also, like they both have done good things. Mm-hmm. Right?
Oh, Uncle Phil got fucking Carlton and Will out of jail, motherfucker. Another great speech. I got speeches all day with this motherfucker.
Right.
Okay? When he's like, I hope your God has lawyers, or whatever the fuck he says, right? Rattles everything. Okay? And then they get out, and then Will goes, yeah! That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
All because of fucking Uncle Phil's speech. Every cop in the business is just like, fuck, we can't touch him. He's a judge, and his wife's a lawyer. Like, goddamn. Like, come the fuck on.
I'm coming into this understanding I'm losing.
Phil is a goddamn real estate agent. Let that be known.
Yes.
Okay?
And
a pussy agent.
Is a struggling one.
Oh, my God.
But
he does not struggle. You seen that house? That house is not struggling.
There was several times where people walk out on him. It takes him a couple seasons to get to where he's like a successful because he's working for other people, and then eventually he gets his own. And then it takes off for him.
They're not showing the business side. In order to have that house and feed all those kids and have so many cars,
you're trying to sit here and tell me that Dunphy's house is nicer.
Hey, I'm not saying that it's nice. Are you kidding me?
The Banks' house?
Uncle Phil, or
they live in a mansion,
the
son of a bitch.
Is the nicest house in television history.
They live in the suburbs.
Yeah, it's literally the White House. It looks just like the White House.
I'm talking about the Dunphys.
Oh, I thought you were talking about...
Yeah, no.
There's a big-ass house.
Yeah, it's a big house, but it's way more modest. They live in Beverly Hills. It's a mansion.
No, they live in Bel Air. How did you just...
Sorry.
Wow!
Yeah.
Dude, it's the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Yeah. God damn.
Yes.
Dog him in the comments.
Yeah, dog me. Eat my ass while you're at it. But if you're trying to compare that as any sort of argument...
No, that's not the comparison. I'm saying that motherfucker's not struggling, is my point. Because you're like, oh, it's like an underdog story that you're trying to convey here. And I'm like, the dude has 3 cars and like an 8-bedroom house. He ain't hurting for money.
They have one van. She's a stay-at-home mom for like the first several seasons.
I'm counting the whole series, not just the first episode.
She's sending them to school with like chips and sandwiches. It's not like they're super fucking rich.
Yeah, and then they got the
fucking ridiculous.
And then they have the Sunday dinner every single Sunday. And that's always at their house that they build. He's got money. It's not like one. It's not like it's a fucking
Gloria's house, and he's got more money than anybody in the family.
Who? Jay?
Jay.
Well, yeah, but we're not talking about Jay.
I know, but you're talking about Sunday dinners, and I'm talking about if you're on average, there are way more episodes where it's there than it is at any of the houses.
But who's bringing the food in?
Everyone's bringing in something.
No,
but you have no concept of money in general.
That
you
is
think
not
like
true.
Because someone brought in a platter, they're rich, and it's like it was probably $15.
Come on, a platter.
Stop touching my leg anyway.
Oh, I keep thinking it's the couch. It looks the same.
It's not.
Sorry. Uncle Phil also, dealt with 2 different wives, That's a hard thing to go through as a man. 2 wives just went out on him. He went from 1 week having 1 wife, and then the next week having a completely different looking wife. And he had to adapt to that. That's hard shit. He stayed a judge. He stayed providing. He was just like, yeah, my wife is now mixed, and I'm okay with that. That's a good fucking dude.
I think it's that he's incredibly sexist.
Oh my God.
No one talks about this. No one wants to bring up the truth about Uncle Phil.
Okay.
A whole different woman was brought in. He didn't even notice. To him, it's just tits and pussy. That's all he noticed. He didn't even notice it was a completely different woman.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Uncle Phil? He should have been in jail.
No, he's a respecter.
That's the real problem.
No, he's a respecter of women. He shouldn't be in jail. Are you kidding me? Why would he be? He's the judge. They
don't say it, but if they wouldn't have gotten sent to jail and had to go pick them up, that was a swingers party. He's trying to fuck every single woman in that room. Dunphy stays loyal to Claire.
Oh, loyal?
At all times.
First episode, he rubs Gloria's hip.
Hey, he misunderstood.
Throughout the series.
You can't help her accent.
No. Throughout the series, she'll be like, feel, and he'll be like, yeah. And then she'll be like, no, feel.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, oh. That happens a lot. It's a funny bit, I won't lie.
Yeah.
But for him, it's kind of sexual accusation,
Yeah, accusation.
Yeah, that's a word I made up. But it's that, that kind of thing. It happens a whole lot. He's not loyal. There was that episode, remember when he went on the date and his wife, what's her fucking name? Claire. Claire is like, you're seeing women? And he's like, no, it's just for agents. And then the women all wanted to fuck him. But he knew.
He can't help that.
But he knew. And he still went and did it.
No,
that's a fucked up man.
He thought that he was just trying to sell houses.
No.
Dunphy can't help that he's a stud.
You're making Phil to be this complete innocent guy. And I'm telling you, there's dark shit behind those eyebrows.
No, when you get powerful and successful, women just come to you. It's what we're all hoping for.
That's your goal on the podcast? Oh, God. Oh, man. I see it happening from this episode. I really do. Okay, well, then let's say this, okay? Let's take it away from being a good dad, all right? Because it's not just, it's the character as well, okay? Uncle Phil's style is way fucking more funky than anything Dunphy's ever done.
Nah.
Yeah, those sweaters that he wears are the most badass sweaters. When he, like I said, in the jail scene, he has a fucking golfer shirt on when he's yelling at the cops,
he's
and
too
he's
uptight.
sick. No, he's not.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? When he pulls out Lucille at the pool table.
Right.
Jeffrey, bring out Lucille. Okay?
Yeah.
And they fucking, screw it on. I'm not giving a hand job. They screw on the pool table, right? And they fucking, what does he do? He rolls up the sleeves, takes the blazer off. He's in suspenders, opens up his chest. He looks like a mob boss. Dunphy has never dressed nice in the show. It's always a fucking cardigan and
but
jeans.
he's not trying to sell something he's not. He's not trying to be this badass. He's trying to be a good, heartwarming dad. He's got too much heart sometimes.
Exactly.
And people take advantage of him.
Too much heart.
Can't
is
you
a fault.
relate?
Yeah, exactly. I can relate. Like I said, it's a reflection.
If you're sitting here talking bad about Dunphy, you're talking about my dad. Alright? It's basically the same fucking character. And I won't stand for it.
No, Dad's got more white hair. I wouldn't say they're the same character.
Shit, I don't know what they look like now, though.
Yeah, true. Shout out, Dad. Check out his last episode, if you haven't, by the way. But yeah, besides style, and I know you're going to bring it up, I've just been waiting, so I'll knock it out of the park for you. Yes, Dunphy has hair. Uncle Phil doesn't.
Yeah, I've been waiting all episode to bring that up.
Okay, I know that's been swirling around in your head. Okay, I get it. But here's one thing that you're not considering. Uncle Phil, does he ever shave his beard? No, because he knows that thing brings him all the pussy.
Because
right?
James
When
Avery is a cool
Phil,
fat.
Exactly, he's the coolest fat.
Yeah.
When Dunphy grew a beard, everyone was like, shave it.
Hey, I thought he looked great.
You look awful.
I
Shave
stand
it.
by it.
And then he did it to the mustache,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, stay away from the kids.
Yeah, too much, but a hilarious bit.
Yeah, funny bit, but that doesn't mean he's a good father, right? But with Uncle Phil, that beard, that's a father beard, right? You look at that and you're like, I trust him. I could go up to him. If I didn't have a dad, I could just go up to him on the street and he'd be my new dad with that beard. And that's a good thing.
But with Phil, his kids know that they can talk to him. They can come to him at any time. Look at all the sweet stuff he's done over time. His daughter wanted nothing to do with him. That she kicked him away the day that they moved into college.
I knew this was coming.
Okay?
I knew
and
it.
one of the sweetest, most heartwarming moments in television history. Something that will cause my eyes to feel swollen. I won't cry because Mama didn't raise no bitch. But I will tear up just a little bit every single time that she's like, okay, I want you guys to leave. And they're on their way home crying because their firstborn is now in college. And she is sitting in the room and realizing that she's alone. And then she pulls out the book that he gave her. And it's all written by him. And it's the dumbest shit ever. But it's the cutest, sweetest shit. And then she ends up calling them and is like, I love you. I don't need to explain it to you. But I'm explaining it to them, actually.
No, exactly.
And
yeah,
it is the
context.
most beautiful moment. It gets me every time.
Yeah, that one gets you?
Yeah.
Do I need to bring up the scene from Fresh Prince? The one that got them where they fucking are today? Okay? Yeah. Or should I just end that as the main event? Because I can. That would end all your fucking arguments.
He just want to get this off so he can get this to hell with it. That's really how it is. Go ahead.
All right, so if you don't know, there's a fucking episode, and I'm sure you've fucking seen it by now, Fresh Prince, where Will's real dad comes into the picture, okay? And it's way more emotional than some book that he's spewing about college. Who cares, right? We all left it anyway. So, his dad comes into his life, and he's like, yeah, Will, I want to be a part of your life now, man. Let's go to the carnival, man. And they do all that shit, right?
Turns into the biggest pussy possible.
Oh, you have a dad.
Right into the
you
trap.
have a dad. You can't.
It's like, oh, my dad loves me now because of one fucking day.
No, he does
not.
not.
A carnival.
He knew in the back of his
loves
head.
You stupid fucking idiot.
No, in the back of his
19 years
head.
old, act like it.
Oh my fucking god! Yeah, Will was 19 years old. That motherfucker was like 28 playing that role. Motherfucker had a mustache at 6. And so, I'll skip half the episode. So it comes down to it, right? And they're going, and Will is like, yeah, so my dad's taking me on the road with him. We're going to be traveling the U.S. And Uncle Phil's like, you think Lou's really going to do that, huh? And then Will's like, yeah, sure. What happens? Will goes up and gets his luggage. Lou comes in. He talks to Uncle Phil, and he's like, yeah, so Will's going to have to stay here for a little bit. I just got a big shipment and I got to leave right now and I don't have time to, wait on Will. And he's like, oh, so you're going to walk out him again? You're going to walk out on Will again? And Lou's like, yeah, I am. And he leaves, right? Main event's coming. And so Will comes downstairs. He's like, yo, where's my father at? I miss my father. Where's he at? Right? Uncle Phil is like, yeah, you're not going. Right? And this is where the lights dimmer. Okay? And Will is like, I spent 13 birthdays without him. I'm going to marry me a beautiful honey. Going to have kids. Going to be all married and shit. Right? To hell with him!
Big Willie style.
Yeah, big old Willie style. To hell with him! Right? No words are spoken after that moment. You know what happens? An embrace. Because he knows words don't fix this. A hug from a bear is what fixes. I'm about to cry right now. And Uncle Phil embraces him. His hat falls. Uncle Phil fucking takes the hat off. He whips it off because he doesn't give a shit about the hat. He cares about Will in the moment. And that is emotional as shit. Way more than anything Modern Family, Phil, or anyone's ever fucking done in that show.
Yes, you have one episode.
Thank you.
Modern Family is consistent way more per capita of heartwarming moments. Now, granted, one is kind of like a more story-structured comedy where we're talking about a sitcom here, but we're not going to get into all that side of things because that'll be a whole other conversation.
Oh, no, like I said, I was brought up because you were talking about the book, and I was like,
well, no, I know, but I'm saying I don't want to go off on a tangent on that. We're talking about the dads, not the
true.
shows.
But yeah, I had my points, so I'll let you get some more out if you can. I don't think you even can at this point.
Well, here's, like I said, the problem is everyone knows Fresh Prince. Everyone knows that moment. Okay, I loved hearing you explain it. It felt like I was watching it. It felt
Thank
like
you.
Honestly, it felt like I was Will, like Uncle Phil.
Should I go bald?
But no matter what I say, everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah, who cares?" Like it's not Uncle Phil. Like I get it going into it.
Yeah.
Right. So no story that I tell is going to top that because that has shook everyone our age to our core for the rest of our lives. Okay?
Days of our lives.
Yeah, the best days.
Yeah.
Dog days even. But with Modern Family Modern Family in general, there's all kinds of heartwarming moments, like ones that it would take me forever to name those. You can attest to that.
Yeah,
you've watched both.
Yeah, it's a great show. I love the show.
But of course, that moment is like etched in history as like that's like a totally different thing.
Yeah, it's like just
like
cemented.
If a scene could be in the Smithsonian,
it would
that's
be
what
that
it would
scene.
be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's huge. So I can't really say anything about that. But with Dunphy, he tries way more to be a good father.
Yeah.
To be there, to be involved. Like, anything they need, he's pretty much there. Where Uncle Phil, like, even if it's lovable, sarcastic, however you want to put it, he's way less, he doesn't treat them as good, as nice, as Dunphy does. There ain't no way. The relationship he has with Luke is one of the most adorable things ever. Right? And then the episode where he's like, I don't ever speak to my middle child. We have no relationship. And then takes her to go look at colleges or whatever. And it's like a terrible trip. And then finally they're like, we're just going to go eat so this can end so we can drive back home. And then at the diner, everything changes. They have a great conversation. They're outside. They end up vandalizing the outside of the restaurant because they hate their day. And it's this beautiful, heartwarming moment. Come on. It's got plenty of them.
But there's no words that you can.
Because no one's
yell
shouting.
at the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right? Like you can't. There's nothing in that that's iconic. Like I hear you. Like it's a sweet daughter father moment, but there's no famous icon right there.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because Will Smith's not involved.
Oh my god. Okay, Modern Family won like 8 Emmys.
Right.
It was the #1 show for like 12 years.
I get that 100%.
Right?
But there's no way you can sit here and try to tell me that it's as iconic as Fresh Prince.
No, it's not. That's what I'm telling you.
So if we're trying to put up scene for scene, I'm losing. Well, I'm losing already. I expect this to be 100% Fresh Prince. Yeah. And if anyone is voting, it's just to be an asshole, I think. Like, they don't actually believe that. And if you do, please put it in the comments because I'd love to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't see anyone taking my side on this.
I mean, Modern Family's a big show. I would not be surprised.
But my thing is this. When it comes to Uncle Phil, he is an iconic TV dad. He's pretty much the TV dad.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even watch much TV, sitcom type stuff, but you are very well versed in Uncle Phil. Like, because he's so iconic. It's like a zeitgeist thing. Like, everyone just knows who he is, right? Where Modern Family, yes, it was successful and people do like it, but it's not like that, where it's on an iconic level, right? So, I'm just trying to say basically, like, regardless if you believe Uncle Phil is not the first best, I'm here to bring up the only person that could ever come in second for me. At least. I'm trying, this is a Phil Dunphy appreciation episode. I'm just trying to give him his flowers, really, because I know no one's going to give it to him, and they're going to bring up other bullshit, you know, they're going to say, like, fucking, like, who else? Like, Tim Taylor? Who are some other TV dads?
Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson.
He's a racist.
Peter Griffin.
An idiot. Yeah, fat.
Randy Marsh.
Oh, yeah, Randy Marsh.
I won't speak ill of him.
Rick Sanchez. Come on.
Yeah,
well, he is a shit dad. Yeah, George Lopez. Come on. What are we doing here? George Lopez is great.
Yeah. But not Phil. Like I said, every show it's pretty much all the same. It's like, oh, he's the lovable, but he's also rough around the edges. You know, like that's every fucking show has that trope. Okay, and considering that our dad was not that way, he is very goofy and fun, and he was not the disciplinarian. I can relate so much to watching Phil Dunphy. Because it's like watching my dad. Yeah. Because they're pretty much the same way. Like, dad is like, I want to also play video games with you. I want to watch a movie that we both like. You know, I don't want to have to be yelling at you. And if I do, it's like, you know, we knew that dealing with mom would be way worse. Oh, yeah. And that's what the show conveys.
She was Medusa.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, for me, like, I understand Uncle Phil, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't love Fresh Prince. Like, I haven't seen it way more than Modern Family. But someone has to also be in the same conversation.
No, yeah.
And it's Phil Dunphy.
But now that we've, like, because we're at the, you know, the breaking point, I am just like, you know, I really don't know, like, I just feel like no one in history can go up against Phil.
Yeah. But they also set him up for these moments, so they stick out to you as, like, this good thing. But you're forgetting all of, like, the shitty moments of the way he talks to Carlton and Will, and, like, with Hillary, like, pretty much treats her like she's stupid half the time. Like, I mean, you can bring up negatives. With Phil, anything that's negative is probably more of, like, you need to toughen up. Is pretty much all you can say.
Or, you know, read a book. Get smarter. Because he is the dumbest dad. The dumbest dad in television history. That is by far the best point I've made on this entire episode. Phil Dunphy is the biggest idiot of all time.
But lovable.
Yeah, but he's still an idiot.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, so he's lovable, but an idiot around the edges.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But he gets shit done. Yeah. He figures it out.
Yeah.
Look at all his inventions. Half of them work, but he doesn't give up.
Half? I was going to say more than half. The Head Scratcher 3000 gave people lice.
Look at the way it brings him and his kid together.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Phil doesn't have that. Uncle Phil. He doesn't have those moments.
There you go. You had to correct yourself. No, I had to do it so many times this episode, too. So, yes, this is the end. Tyus, the moderator, the microphone listener, will look at the results. But in the meantime, follow 1722 Podcast on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Make sure you like this video, you subscribe to it, and you like it. Please, for the love of God, we really need your support. So please do that for us. Follow us on TikTok, wherever you find 1722 Podcast. That's us. And don't go to the 1722 Podcast, by the way, because that's not us.
Yeah, no.
So, Tyus, what are the results of the poll?
If you don't follow us, we'll come to your house, record a podcast. Make you follow us.
Yeah, exactly. Your baby's like, I need titty milk. And we're like, hey, welcome to 1722.
So what's your mom and dad really like?
Assholes.
Alright, so Uncle Phil, you know the deal.
Yes, sir.
You know the drill.
Mm-hmm. How much that percentage? Come on.
88% to 12%.
Okay, well, still. people, you voted, and that's what I appreciate. And I knew I was going to lose this, but Phil Dunphy, don't let anyone disrespect you. You are at least, well, yeah, okay, you're the second best dad in TV history then, because vast difference is the decider.
Hey, you lost. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm telling everyone I lost.
You gotta accept it. The fight's over.
I'm accepting it.
Okay.
But to flip this table if you don't back off.
You gotta do the outro. You lost. That's the rule from now on. The loser has to do the outro.
Okay. All right, everyone ready for the dumbest thing ever? Thank you for coming with a U.